The products that provide more benefits for the care of the environment are recycled products, since unlike the other two options, recycled products are those that can be given multiple uses and their useful life is more durable since they are materials that do not decompose but can be transformed into objects. For example, papers including newspapers, magazines, and mixed paper are perfect for recycling, but they need a very specific process for being used again, and this starts collecting the paper and transporting it to the paper recycling plant. For the next step, the paper is arranged into different paper categories, because all of these are treated differently. This is called sorting. Now, the next step is to sludge the paper into pulp, as well as remove the large non-fibrous contaminants. The pulp is filtered and screened several times through screens with holes of different sizes and shapes to remove contaminants such as globs of glue and bits of plastic. To increase the whiteness and purity of the paper, it should go through the de-inking, which is achieved through a combination of mechanical actions. The record paper is first dissolved in water and separated from the non-fiber impurities. Then, the ink is removed in a filtration process, where the air is blown into the solution. It adheres to bubbles of air and rises to the surface from where it's separated. After the ink is eliminated, the fiber might be bleached, usually with hydrogen peroxide, oxygen, or chlorine dioxide. In the final stage of the paper recycling process, the cleaned paper pulp is after that ready to be utilized in the manufacturing of new paper. At this stage, the paper pulp is mixed with chemicals as well as warm water. That part of hot water in the mix is far higher than the part of fibers and chemicals. Afterwards, the mix is fed into a headbox of a paper making device, and also is splashed in a continuous jet onto a huge water mesh-like display, relocating really quickly with equipment. As the water from the mixture starts to drain, pipes out, the recycled paper fibers begin to bond together to form a watery sheet. Then the sheet relocates promptly via a collection of felt-covered press rollers that squeeze out as much water from the paper pulp as it is look like a newly produced paper. The recycled paper is distributed into stores for many uses like packing, coffee, filter, egg cartons, shoe boxes, diapers, scrapbooks, wrapping paper, and many others. Since environmental warning is considered a big problem, people are starting to buy only recycled things, and paper is a very popular option because it gives this appearance of natural and ecological vibe. In the scrapbooking culture, recycled paper is a very common and most of the time is known as craft paper. Something unique about this community is that they have their own rule of no waste, so all those little paper cuts are storage for other projects. Maybe recycled paper can be a huge difference for someone that does not utilize this ecological alternative, but are those kind of products that can give a different result to your projects, like changing the style or giving a fresh look to your brand. And the most important thing are not toxic like other alternatives, like mass production and man-made objects.